Wait, you wouldn't happen to be... Where are you looking? Yeah, of course you are. 'Tis plain from the way you carry yourself. You're just the sort of man I've been looking for. You're perfect. My favorite kind of man. Shirtless. My name is Lou Reek, and I am a bounty hunter. But not just any bounty hunter, I will have you know. Nay, I am not wont to settle for run-of-the-mill prey. I hunt sin-eaters. Not only that, I have recently set my sights on a particularly notable fiend, one of the 4 cardinal virtues, those infamous instigators of the flood itself. Oh, the 4 classes attacking the 4 cardinal virtues in their 4 storylines. Naturally, it will take considerable strength and skill to defeat such a formidable eater, and I am not afraid to admit that I cannot do it alone. However, with the aid of equally formidable allies, I am confident it can be done. And you, my friend, are exactly the sort of ally I have a mind to recruit. Walk away without a word. Feign interest. Whoa, that's a lot of interest you're feigning. You're feigning too hard. Aha! I knew you would be interested. And should the challenge alone be insufficient motivation, know that I have substantial financial resources at my disposal. You will be duly compensated for your service, rest assured. However, as much as I am certain you are the right man for the job, 'tis only meet that I put your skills to the proof. A simple test should suffice. Pray do not be offended, but you would be shocked how many people present themselves falsely in order to enrich themselves or to impress others. He has extremely frilly clothes. Meet rendezvous with Lou Reek in Lakeland. Where the heck? I have that one at least. Actually, is that... That might be the place you teleport to from out here. Not sure if this was closer or not. Let's find out. Not that close. Welp. How far into the story do I need to get flying in this zone? Actually, I forget. Do you need to finish the entire main story to get access to flying, or do you only need to finish the story missions in that zone that give you those specific flying things? Aether currents. So if I can get it, I can go get flying and then wow everybody when we come back next week and I can just fly around this place. Granted, we're now in Fairyland, so maybe no one will even notice. Bum 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 ba-dum. This mountain is such a power stance. It's so absurd. Oh, it doesn't cruise off into the distance. Here we are, our proving grounds. You only need to slay a beast of suitable ferocity before my very eyes to demonstrate your own. Sir, I brought the knight. Naturally, we require bait to lure one out of hiding. Oi, my lord. Got your package here? Well done, my good man, and here's your payment. Oh, this? the bait in question. Easier to have it delivered than to take a detour and pick it up myself. Rather more efficient as well. Time is money. Now then, you need only place it in the open and slay whatever comes to claim it. I cannot imagine it will take long for something to come hither. I miss all the color contrast we used to have here during the day. Now I'm a blue character in a bluish place and a bluish night. I will now search in the wrong direction. Big cat! No, I am the big cat. Oh, I have 3 stacks now. Oh, that's new. I did not have 3 stacks of these before. Man, those are some overkill fangs. Fantastic. I knew I was not wrong about you. Come, let us return to the Crystarium at once. Boop, 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 boop. No, click on the thing. Yeah. That was weird. It's usually not that much of a struggle. I don't think I've ever had that much trouble clicking on an Aetheryte. Maybe my camera was too zoomed in, so it didn't register it as being an option. Congratulations on a kill well made, my good man. I dare say this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership. Let us commemorate the occasion with a feast. Eat, drink, and be merry. Unhinge your jaw and swallow this turkey whole. Wonderful stuff, isn't it? My compliments to the chef. Another helping? No? Are you sure? It really is no bother. Oh, very well. I should like to return to our earlier discussion, that of the virtue I have engaged you to hunt with me. Andrea is her name. She roams Norvrant in the guise of Renda Ray, fallen warrior of light and renowned hunter of Eld. I was gonna say, wasn't she roaming with the warrior of darkness in that party that Oriander was with? She's a most elusive eater who's been sighted in every corner of the realm. Though her movements are unpredictable, she has often been witnessed pursuing and slaying extraordinary, dangerous beasts. I can well imagine the question forming in her head. Why not leave her be? If anything, is she not aiding local communities after a fashion? Alas, no, for the beasts she slays rise anew as eaters, which pose even greater threats to the small folk. So you see, this one wretched sin-eater is in truth sowing untold chaos by carrying on as she does, unleashing more of her kind on unsuspecting towns and villages all across Norvrant. Only you and I can stop her. I think this was like the rival adventuring party where they all clearly had like a makeup of like people with different classes and relationship with each other. Like they must have all fallen and been converted. Didn't the Warriors of Light save the world? Huh. What an odd thing to ask. But never mind all that. Whether or not they were heroes or villains or whatever 100 years ago doesn't matter to me. The simple truth is, Renda Ray was the greatest hunter who ever lived, and beating her at her own game would be an amazing feat, don't you think? And regardless of what the Warrior of Light were before they became sin eaters, that's what they are now. So, we'd be doing the folks a favor by killing one. Well, what do you say, friend? Will you hunt Andrea with me? I hope I live to regret this. So begins our formal partnership. Ah, I can see it now. You and me in the heat of battle, fighting side by side, the picture of courage and camaraderie. It's going to be grand. Naturally, it will take us time to study and understand our prey. Eaters can behave in strange and inexplicable ways, particularly powerful ones like Andrea. I've been doing my best to get inside her head, to think like a hunter, but it's easier said than done. Anyway, as soon as I have determined where we ought to begin our search, I will inform you at once. Oh, is the reward lacking? My apologies. Next time I will see that you receive rather more substantial compensation. And what level is the next quest? Now level 72. You can tell that how much my interest perked up the moment we got to that quest line where Urianger was a double agent or something and the Warrior of Shadow was happening and everything, and it's like, what's happening here? Like, that entire question was so much more engaging than anything that had happened so far that it's still like the primary thing that I remember from the past events. Wait, it's you? It's really you. You actually came. I mean, never mind. Ahem. You're here to hunt Andrea with me, yes? Of course you are. Why else would you be here? And you wouldn't know it. And wouldn't you know it, one of my hirelings should be returning with new information any moment now. Greetings, my lord. I'm pleased to report that Andrea was recently sighted in Amarang, in the vicinity of Samuel's Blackbone, as it would seem. Apparently, there was a right vicious spider what was giving folks trouble. And now that it's been turned, it's about a dozen times worse. They'd be grateful for any assistance. I see, I see. Well done, my friend. Your payment as promised. Why bother going out and about pestering the small folk for news when you can employ others to do it for you? The better to devote our precious time to rather more important matters, I say. And owing to my winning strategy, we may now depart for Amarang and the delightfully named Samuel's Backbone. For in pursuing the spider, we may yet find its marker. In Amarang, so where was that? Right over there, at Mordsuk. I do recognize that name. Ah, the desert. A place of overwhelming succor. Our mounts are so slow. Let's see, this zone's pretty big, so I probably don't have the flying quest yet here. We're almost certainly coming back later, because that was a very brief quest. Did somebody add this webbing? Or are we supposed to think that that's all leftover, like, dried flesh? I'm standing in the shade because I don't hate myself. This is certainly the place. I gathered those bones once belonged to dear Samuel. But I see no troublesome arachnid. Oh, it's probably the webbing of the arachnid. It being a rather large desert, I had considered hiring a few trackers to hasten our search, but I have yet to spy a place where such individuals might congregate. Pity. Nothing for it but to roll up our proverbial sleeves and do the dirty work ourselves. We shall split up and search the sands for this sin-eater spider. Whoever finds it first may have the honor of slaying it themselves. And should we not find it, well, after you both have searched for a suitable length of time, I say we meet back here. Let the hunt begin. Bye. Looks like I head over here. Nope, let's not get aggro. No! Literally the worst thing that could possibly happen to me. Windmills in the desert. Is that the tower that we've... That might have been where we met Alice. There's a few of them around here. That one's probably the correct one. It's probably just a repeat of it. You surveyed the surrounding sounds, but find no trace of the spider you seek. Well, I'm not exactly exerting myself, am I? I don't trust going on the right. Granted, they tend to de-aggro before I reach my objective, but eh. No! Foiled by my dumb jumping. Doing this little trick just amuses me. Being able to do a full spin without affecting my course at all. Ah! Didn't like that at all. Oh, Panda's here. Conspicuously. Burn! This is gonna hurt. Nope. He didn't die fast enough. Oh, that was the spider-like? Yeah. I mean, scorpions are arachnids. This mountain is so fucking funny. Just spread eagle cat, man. How do you even drive this? Oop. Hi. Ow. No, god damn it, click on the enemy. That the combat music got so dramatic. There she is, the Scourge of Norvrant, the Devourer of Souls, Balam quits. We bring this mark down, they'll be singing ballads about us until the end of time. Never mind the king's bounty, else we could buy ourselves a couple of castles apiece. Flanking maneuver, as discussed. Wait for my signal, then we'll strike as one. All did not go according to plan. Why is that coal rule jacked? A chest goes out, like, out multiple feet in front of its legs. Damn it, she's onto us. Don't panic, we planned for this. We'll act as decoys while Renda Ray brings her down. Go, go. Wait, not yet. There's no need to rush this. Whoop. Oh, they didn't plan. Oh, they didn't do this very well. Oh my god, it's so big. Sod it. Always so headstrong. I was not prepared for the scale of this thing until they ran up to it. Yes, our arrows will defeat this. Bugger me. My head. I can't. They're fine, apparently? What was it, like an anti-Mikote screech? And then it just leaves? No. No. Come back here. Finish, you bloody bastard. Finish me. Why? What? Why? Literally, why? Why do you want to die so badly? Like, I get that this sucks, but I don't think there's any level of like, I have nothing else to live for. I failed to hunt a beast. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. Like, usually people are like that in media when, like, their entire ideology's been defeated or something. But instead it's like, dang, I failed my mission. That I just kind of went on of my own whim. Nothing else to live for. Kill me. I'll not let it end like this, I promise. I'll kill that goddamn beast if it's the last thing I do. See, even more reason to live on. Oddly similar to the whole sleeping powder gambit thing, where it's like, oh, everyone who's susceptible to the thing is the people who live. Hey! Hey, what was that just now? I've had headaches before, but the way you were thrashing about, it wasn't like anything I've ever felt. The fact that these are like a big, long thing that you can see, and people can see me from the outside, being in a vision for that long is a weird experience, because it's like, what a debilitating weakness to have against, like, half of the villains in this game. Like, if you get struck by a vision and then they're like, and I'm gonna stab him now. By the gods! And I thought we were lucky to just catch a glimpse of Andrea, but you're also telling me you were granted a vision of her past with this power of yours? Though, 2 warriors killed while hunting a great horned beast. A beast that the surviving companion vows to slay in revenge? I have heard this tale before. I know it. I mean, it's a bit tropey. It is a common enough sort of tale, I suppose. And regardless, she is gone. Come, let us return to the Crystarium and celebrate your accomplishment. Are you gonna turn out to be one of her descendants or something because you're a Makote? You're like, where have I heard this story before? Oh yeah, family tradition. Terrifying shark looming. What a pose for riding it, too. Stop it. Is this one too high or something? I'm not used to struggling to click on these. The table is set, and so I bid you raise a glass with me, that together we might toast your spectacular accomplishment. It's really nothing quite like a hearty meal after a job well done. Drink up, my friend, drink up. Had your fill? I've had another few bottles ready and waiting to be opened. No? Oh, very well, if you insist. It occurs to me, my good man, that I have yet to ask you your name. So quickly did we forge our friendship that I hardly noticed until now. Zev Dargavash. Reek and Zev. Yes, I rather like the sound of that. Reek and Zev, the daring duo. The brave bounty hunters, the scourge of sin eaters. Once we have slain Andrea, not a soul in Norvant will not know our names. They shall ring out all across the realm. Ah, but I should dwell over much on victory before the struggle. A wise hunter is prepared and patient. 'Twould be prudent to send double, nay, triple the agents afield to seek out promising new leads. You sure it's wise to spend your money so freely? Worried about the budget of our brave endeavor? Well, don't be. I am prepared to fund our activities as needed. No expense shall be spared. None whatsoever. Bum 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 bum. It's probably level 74, yep. So I'm just on track to do this one too. There he is! Zev, come to rejoin his bosom companion in the great hunt. My titty buddy, it is well that you have, for I have obtained new information concerning a sighting of Andrea in Colusia. The fiend has transferred yet another deadly mark, a great bear in this instance, into an even deadlier eater. And so it falls to Reek and Zev to slay the newborn eater and continue their pursuit of Navrant's most notorious virtue, to Colusia and to glory. They talked about how I shouldn't out myself as being like the Warrior of Light because it would like cause mayhem or something around here. But the follow-up idea that like, we should also just keep our heads down and not, since we're still trying to deal with the rival faction, we don't want everyone to know who we are. And it's like, we already insulted the leader of their entire kingdom to their face. He threw a whole tantrum. I think he's gonna remember us. I don't think we're at risk of being forgotten. Whoop! Imagine being able to jump that high just on a whim. Not unreasonable, but it's still a lot. Let us brook no further delay and commence our search, separately, as before with Amarang. In Amarang. If you catch the eater first, I grant you leave to kill it without me. I trust you will not be disappointed if the reverse were to occur. Surely not, surely not. I myself would be most put out if I happen to lose you a second time, and so, on that note, may the best hunter win. I feel like he's a fraud. Like, he's like funding this all, but I don't think he's actually talented as a hunter. I think he basically hides and just waits for us to do it for us, to do it for him. Bum 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 bum. Why did someone tag me in that? I think people just reply. It's a weird Twitter behavior where people just reply to random things with just tagging me. I'm like, this isn't any of my specific interests. I don't know. This just, I mean, it's just is furry art, which valid, but why this specifically? There is not a bear. What if there was bear over there? Christmas. The year-round Christmas emote doesn't quite work, but it is one of the better looking mounts I have. I kind of prefer a lot of the planar stuff. Despite looking far and wide, you failed to find any trace of the bear you seek. Perhaps Lurik was indeed the better hunter this day. Or I'm gonna find him getting his ass beat And we have to save him. Because he's a fraud. And he's only in this for the fame, I bet. He's a regular Gilderoy Lockhart. There we go. Can I remember this name that I haven't thought about in years? Will I succeed? My jumping is too lame, too sad. Even more people that he's paying? Is that what's happening? Hate to say it, Zev, but it seems we're late to the party. Landbird and his mate slew the bear before we could. So it's true then. You've cast your lot in with the boy. You poor daft sod. But I don't understand. The Eater was a newborn. How could you possibly have learned of it and gotten here before we did? Well, see, that's the problem with relying on hired help. They're loyal to your coin, not you. And you're not the only one willing to open his purse. Phrasing. But more importantly, Reek, what's this I hear about you hunting Andrea? With help, I mean, rather than all by your lonesome. I have a distinct memory of you stomping off in a huff saying you didn't need me or anyone to finish the job. Tell me I'm wrong. Do as you like. Help or no, you've no chance of beating me to the prize. Because unlike you, I am not old talk. And neither are my mates. Speaking of mates, how much did it cost you to buy his friendship? Do tell. Oh ho 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 ho. Piss off, Lambert. Why are you still here? You got your mark, didn't you? You should choose your friends more carefully, sinner. When it all goes wrong, don't say I didn't warn you. You have questions, I am sure. As you may have surmised, Lambert was once a comrade of mine. I took him into my service that we might hone our skills battling Sin Eaters in preparation for facing Andrea. However, I soon came to see that he was not all that capable of a hunter, and so I dissolved our working relationship. Unfortunately, he did not take it in stride, and instead resolved to recruit new companions that he might beat me at my own game. It would seem that his fortunes have improved greatly of late. So much so that I fear we can no longer afford to dedicate time to tracking lesser eaters, and must devote our undivided attention to the pursuit of Andrea. As such, we should be getting back to the Crystarium, but before we depart, I have one other matter to attend to Yulmore. If I might trouble you to accompany me? But of course you will. Let's be off. Joke's on you guys, all of my friends are questionable. We're going to Yulmore. I keep trying to go to a local teleport spot, like as if I actually need to. I guess I'm already here. We are near Yulmore already. So this guy lives in Yulmore, doesn't he? That's how he's funding all this. He just wants to be a cool boy. It looks like I'm bouncing off the pogo stick and the stem. Wow. Wow. Oops. They won't let me attune upstairs. So I gotta go all the way every time. Being on a flying mount that can't fly is a strange experience. What an emote. I'm spreading my cat dust everywhere. Cute. No, I'm slow now. I'm even more slowier than ever before. It's shocking that I'm not kill on sight status. You think I'd be pretty recognizable after making a spectacle in front of everyone, but here I come. Splendor's vendor. Nope. Not cool enough for that person. I've been pat. I'm not fast enough to react. Melder. That's not a mender either. Mender. Yeah, I haven't changed gear today. And there's no upgrades yet. Oh, but I haven't used any of these yet. Oh. Goggles! Do they look really stupid up close? All eyewear looks really bad in cutscenes usually because of how far off your face it floats. This one's like almost wraparound enough to like trick you into thinking it looks good. But they're really iffy. Although the eye patches are the worst. The eye patches look like they're like stabbing into your face. Ooh. Popped collar jacket. Can't wear this hat. Fuck me. The deep gold arquebus. There's the uniform. Ah, the antiquated gunner set, though, is all in my armory chest, making it hard to find. That's goofy. Those are extremely thigh boots. I can't believe my whole armory chest is full again. I've got to remember my thought process for deleting stuff and then go through and clear this out. More space for weapons. Yeah, I don't think I care about any of these cosmetically. And none of them are upgrades. Womp womp. Time for more pole dancing. Zev, allow me to introduce you to my father and mother. I'm a nepo baby as fuck. Father, this is my traveling companion and dear friend, Zev. Yes, companion, I can see. He and I have resolved to hunt a particularly deadly sin eater. Indeed, I cannot overstate how terribly dangerous this eater is, that to pursue it is to court death itself. However, when we at last triumph over the fiend, all of Norvrant shall sing our praises. Won't that be wonderful, Father? Please look at me. So long as you do not sully our good name, you are free to hunt whatever quarry you desire. I can do without all the petty details. Not wrong. Chat says Yulmore and Twink introduces his parents to his bear boyfriend. Now then, how much do you require this time? Out with it. Oh, never mind. Just give the boy my corn purse, would you? I am sure it will suffice for his trivial pursuits. That is why you are here, is it not? Another handout. Don't play coy. You've never been any good at it. Are you really gonna pretend that you, like, earned your place in society, given what the city even represents? You know, I honestly don't know why I came here. Keep your coin, Father. We're leaving, Zev, right now. It honestly, the cutscene honestly makes more sense if you're boyfriends than if you're not. God damn it, Dad, you're always like this to me. Come here, come on, we're leaving. Why can't I jump off the roof? Let me jump off of the roof. Forgive me, Zev, but I would forego the wine on this occasion. Father's lackluster reception has put me in rather dour spirits. As you may have gathered from our exchange, I am a free citizen of Yulmore. Owing to my parents' considerable wealth, I have enjoyed a relatively privileged upbringing. Privileged and unbelievably boring, which is why I quit the city and resolved to become a bounty hunter. I am no fool, though. I am well aware of my fortunate circumstances, which is why I elected to conceal them from the people of the Crystarium. People are wont to jump to uncharitable conclusions. I feel as though you and I have established a rapport, though, so I thought it best to bring you into my confidence. I pray you refrain from telling others. Now then, since Landbird has decided to turn this into a race, we have no choice but to oblige him and slay Andrea before he does. This calls for a veritable army of hired hands. Alas, in a fit of frustration, I refused Father's coin. Without additional resources, we have no choice but to conduct the search ourselves. Moreover, I'm rather embarrassed to admit that I cannot pay you. I can pay you only a token sum at this time, but I trust that it will not deter you from joining me anon. I was never in this for the gil. No shot, reserve shot. Really? I mean, of course you weren't. Perish the thought. Haha. But now I gotta come back at level 76. Yep. Well, RIP narrative momentum. You're supposed to come back every few hours. And that's gonna be it for now. Just the through line from him, like the meeting him starts with him checking you out, like, which with how I'm dressed makes it way funnier. Like, oh yeah, I wonder why you're looking up and down a character that looks like this. And then it's like, now you meet the parents. Like, damn, it's always rough when the queer couple meets the parents. It's always a bad encounter. Late night questing. All right, we're back because it's Easter for like 5 more minutes. My last chance doing it without Andrew or anyone else. Greetings, friend, and a happy hatching tide to you. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Julia Aliapo, and I facilitate the annual Hatching Tide festivities. You are an adventurer, are you not? May I ask your name? No. Zev, 'tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. In case you're unaware, Hatching Tide festivities were conceived a number of years ago, after I was first visited by the 12 archons in a stirring and prophetic dream, and I confess I've been dreaming ever since. Oh, I am most eager to share my latest dream with you. It was highly peculiar to say the least. You see, I beheld visions of that chilling creature of legend, the Tonberry. If past experience has taught me anything, it is that painstakingly recreating my dreams is sure to bring about good fortune. However, as Tonberries are not but figments of old fables, I began to doubt whether I could do justice to their ghastly appearance. But that all changed when this gentleman generously offered his assistance. He's a fursuit maker. Greetings, fine sir. My name is Hamilton, and I am what you might call a supreme connoisseur and passionate aficionado of all things Tonberry. As you may or may not be aware, Tonberries have heads as round and adorable as any egg, but which is why I believe they are the perfect addition to the Hatching Tide festivities. So I picked a voice where I just naturally made that noise, and then it said snort in the subtitles, and I did not read that before I did that. So I donned the superior mantle of Tonberry and presented myself to Miss Julie here. What luck, don't you agree? Hamilton was kind enough to furnish our other volunteers with Tonberry guises, and we're all hard at work preparing for the upcoming fun. A lot of eggy, stabby fun it shall be. There will be no survivors. Exactly. That's the spirit of Hatching Tide, perhaps without the stabby part. Considering my dream, I think that these festivities present a unique opportunity to share the Tonberry's charm with the world. There is but one problem. A group of sylphs have been making mischief throughout town, playing pranks, sabotaging the decorations. Luckily, it seems a mere glance at the Tonberry form is enough to send those leaky brigands fleeing in terror. Is it not remarkable how such an adorable visage can strike fear into the hearts of some? Does not the contradiction of the Tonberry's nature invigorate your very soul? I can't believe how accurately I predicted what this voice was supposed to sound like before I read it ahead. Our other volunteers were using their Tonberry guises to shoo away the sylphs as best they can, but we still find ourselves short-handed. Would you be willing to assist us, Zev? Just until the mischief is mitigated. My sincerest thanks. Hamlin has prepared a plethora of guises for us, so I'm sure he will be able to have one that fits you. Your measurements, please. Now then, let us commence with this most sacred of ceremonies. Come closer. Oh, I do not move like them at all. Oh, the back of the cape. Oh, the back of the cape looks super weird. Oh my god, the physics of the tail looks super weird. Wily whiner. Well, if these ones can't have fun with tusked ones, walking ones won't have any fun either. This one will make sure of it. How about some eggy, stabby fun? Ah, monstrous one. This is why these ones need tusked ones.
Hide well, warty one, then spring out and make the walking ones screech and jump.
This one can't wait. Did you just call me a warty one? I scared, screaming anime noise. Scary one is here. Flee, flee. But if these ones are naughty, elder ones will become scolding ones.
No one will know if it was these ones. Besides, it isn't that naughty.
Don't be naughty. Have eggy, stabby fun. Please, this one didn't mean any harm. Eek, sticky one. Get it away. Where the fuck where did eggy stabby fun come from? Like it's being repeated so much, but I'm like, this isn't related at all to anything I associate with Tonberries. I don't think of them as having a catchphrase. It just makes me sound like an absolute psycho. I trust you returned from a job well done. I am sure Miss Geely would like to hear the particulars. You may relay your report after I relieve you of that outfit. I'm glad to hear those sylphs fluttered back home. Thank you for all of your help, Zeph. Yes, you performed most admirably, not only in deeds but in dress. Upon beholding a Tonberry performing such selfless acts of valor, the citizens of Gridania are sure to have warmed up to our adorable paragons of pointy justice. All according to plan. Our other volunteers are currently making the rounds and checking the rest of the decorations for any residual surprises. But I dare say we should be able to officially begin the celebration soon. All that's left is to wait for our archon eggs to arrive in Ul'dah. I hope you enjoy the festivities. Something tells me this shall be a hatching tide to remember. We have a problem. Nonota, whatever's the matter? It's the eggs, Julie. The archon eggs. Sylph swarmed the shipments as it entered the central shout and zapped the delivery mammoth into a frenzy. The caravan has been brought to a complete standstill. If only you had seen it. The chaos, the carnage, the eggs. Our beautiful archon eggs scattered across the ground, sylphs pilfering them like spriggans, and the smoking mammoth ravaged like an old goat possessed. 'Twas sheer mayhem, Julie. The sylphs presented no demands, offered no reason behind their rampant pillaging, but they did keep speaking about tusked ones and no fare, and why should walking ones have all the fun? What do you suppose they meant? Turning into Shaggy. I heard the sylphs once held an annual spring festival, but there was an incident involving one of their fighting boars. I believe that was the end of such festivities. I understand how it must pain them to see us cheerfully prepare for hatching tide, but those ill-gotten eggs won't ease their suffering. We must find a way to recover them. If I may be so bold, I believe I have the perfect solution to your conundrum. Zev's assistance will be crucial, however. But you will lend your aid, yes? It's really weird to have a prompt like, here's the new problem, better start the news quest. And then the quest complete. Like the ending of the quest is a prompt for a different quest, instead of being how the next quest begins. I guess they're worried people might not come back. Like, oh, I finished the event. This part's optional, right? Like double optional?
You wish to lend your strength to my brilliant plan, do you? Well, very well. Our divine mission is as follows. We must adorn ourselves in the guise of the Tonberry and scare the sylphs away from the fallen eggs. It may seem like a rather familiar tactic, but terror cuts as sharply as a knife in the right hands, and as does the power of the Tonberry. We shall remind those sylphs of what adorable horror lurks in the shadow. It is time to take the Tonberry's natural, winsome, and captivating visage and transform it into a mask of pure evil. Observe.
Booga 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 booga. I've killed God, but that was scary.
I suppose that makes sense. But what of the delivery mammoth? It's in a panic state, and it may easily mistake us for naught but common egg thieves. Perhaps not so common considering the guises. That's where Zev's participation is crucial. Even an overexcited automaton is no match for an adventurer versed in the arts of warfare. Of course, I shan't be so cruel as to send you into battle as defenseless as a swaddled Tonbabe. You may rely upon me to perform the necessary enhancements upon your guise. That shall grant any stabby sweetheart the ability to withstand even the harshest of electrified zaps. In theory, anyway. In the midst of adversity lies opportunity, as they say. Or rather, in the midst of scattered archon eggs stands the noble Tonberry, that all might witness its triumphant glory. Very well, let us proceed with Hamilton's plan and see that our eggs are recovered safely. Excellent. I shall commence the enhancement of this guise at once and have it ready for deployment in 2 flicks of Tonberry's blade. Zev, let us meet where the bells of destiny toll. To arms.
Where I'm getting all my dumb voices out. Despite Effie's negging, I do have some more voices in the roster as far as range goes. It's just hard to improvise and think of a voice on the spot for a character, and then think about all the voices you can do, because I'm not used to like recalling through the list. I'm like, I don't fucking know what voices do I have. Whenever a really specific voice comes out, it's not planned at all. I'm just like, sure.
Hey, water though, it's scratchy.
But Tonberries are wild. They're just really creepy. I remember, like, in the previous Final Fantasy games I've played, you'd encounter them like once per entire game practically, and they would just do nothing for several turns, and then they'd one-shot you. Oh God. The only other character I'd be worried about is behemoths. Specifically, I remember that Final Fantasy XIII 2 was really easy all the way through the game. I'm waiting for a fate to show up here. Fuck. But in Final Fantasy XIII 2, that game was just really easy all the way through, and I didn't like it. And its story was dumb and annoying. But the only time I died is right in the level, in the final level of the game. They added the behemoth to the pool of random enemies, and so the behemoth just suddenly one-shot me with meteor, and I'm like, oh, I lost. And then I ran through that level the second time, and the behemoth just never appeared. So I didn't even like come back and beat him later. I just got obliterated by the behemoth, loaded, came back, and then didn't get obliterated by the behemoth because he didn't exist, and then proceeded to beat the game because all of the actual mandatory encounters were easy. It takes so long that you change dance. Oh my god, is it here? Okay, what do I do? Obtained an egg. Do I just gain eggs? Shit, what do I do? Do I just grab eggs or do I take them somewhere? Get out of the explosion. Am I winning? I don't see any more eggs. I see additional eggs. No, dang it, they got me. I'm about to get chain interrupted. Oh, this sucks. Make sure to turn them in. How do I turn them in? Do I turn in the eggs now during the event? This is I think this is information I need now. Oh fuck. Okay. Wait, what did he say? Not now? Did I do it wrong? Did I turn them in or not? Shit. Fuck. Okay. Well, it's pretty much over and I'm pretty fucked at this point, so I either did it right or I didn't. Everybody just exploding into non-tonberries. The tonberries taste like tonberries. Just at a adjoining area, but what is the adjoining area? Quarry mill? Whatever. Too much thinking. I don't know how this map works.
But I can just click on my destination in 2 seconds, so fuck it.
It does seem kind of annoying that the arrows that go from zone to zone just say adjoining area and not something actually useful like where they go. Why does it say adjoining area? That sucks. It should say what the next zone is.
And here comes our hero now. Hamlet has just been regaling us with the tale of your valor here, Zev. We can't thank you enough for those archon eggs. Truly, from the bottom of our hearts and purses, thank you. My single regret is that there are no rapturous bystanders were present in those solitary woods to witness such valorous displays. Alas, the Tonberry's majesty will once again pass unacknowledged. Yet such is often the way of true goodness. The hero that works in secrecy for the betterment of all. My friends, their name is Tonberry. Profound, I'm sure. I must say, Hamlet, your unflagging devotion to all things Tonbury is both remarkable and admirable.
It's a living. Pardon me. We were in those solitary woods, and we saw what you did for us. What the Tonburys did for us. This is her voice now. I was heartbroken when a sylph snatched away the archon egg that my friend had given me. But thanks to you, it was recovered safely. You Tonburys have my eternal thanks. I only wish you didn't have to scare the sylph so badly, the poor things. Fuck. Is there no other way to deter their mischief? My Tonbury senses are tingling.
Indeed. Consider this. If we decorate our eggs with a Tonbury theme, the sylphs won't dare snatch or sabotage them. A dark green coat on a large egg with 2 golden circles for eyes? Not bad at all. Perhaps even cute.
I mean, they're apparently you can apparently fool it with a costume, but I think that they're like so dumb that you can scarecrow them. They have a whole civilization.
Jilly, perhaps this is what your dreams foretold. Not just Tonbury guises, but Tonbury eggs and decorations as well. In which case, we should send word to Uldon Goldsmiths that we'd like another batch of archon eggs and some striking shades of Tonbury. Of course, all our eggs are packaged during transit, meaning the sylphs will likely continue their mischief outside the city. I'm tempted to send a Tonbury guard with the caravan, but the roads from Ul'dah is far too long to attempt in such a guise. We shall continue to consider possible alternatives, but in the meantime, should you happen to come across another waylaid shipment, I hope I can count on your assistance. As a Tonbury, of course. Sure, I'll take on infinite tasks forever. I'm the adventurer. Well, seeing as our archon eggs are finally arrived, I dare say it is time to officially get cracking. Let the hatching tide festivities begin.
You got a book. You have unlocked the Egg Hunter Riggy minigame. To play minigames, open the toy chest found in any inn room. Not easy being green. That's a reference to the Muppets. Rah! Yeah. Stop looking at camera. Oh my god. It's a bit much. Alright. My destiny is complete. I am become hell. Alternatively, there you go. I am Victor. There's so many pink Hrothgar everywhere. Holy shit. That's such a theme. These are actually, this is actually a good cosmetic item. These like swim trunks. These might be better than swim trunks or athletic shorts than like most of the ones in the game actually. Like that's actually like, I might actually use these shorts elsewhere in other sets. It seems like it'll come out again. That is an entire schoolgirl costume. Just like the suit jacket and the skirt. Alright. I have achieved my final form.